said, sword in my hand. Yeah, yeah, said, life is so grand. Yeah, yeah, said, I am the man. Yeah, 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 just follow the plan. Just follow the smell of treasure when we dungeon dive. I'ma kill for gold, that's adventurous pride in this party of mine full of goose. Ride and die for the cause, that's the cost of our lives. I roll with these bars, want me stuff on the map, my stats crazy, I slaughter with roll of the dice. Brothers in arms, we must fight to survive, take the fun from these beats, red buddies on rise. I do not mess with you fakers, I seen your level, you was basic. Show the throats of any haters, Eldritch blast, see you later. Burn the booth like a dragon, flow hot like I cast it. Fireball using magic, goddamn I'm advancing. Real shit, you do not know who you messing with. First in tyrants and I came equipped. They call me Venom, spitting poison quick. Yeah, jumping, all of my homies gon' jumpin'. Middle finger to these monsters, all we do is jumping. I've been feeling super strong, I ain't never wearing any guys. I've been working all night long. Power and struggle, I'm still on the rise. Shout out decadent in area. Craving blue mine cause it's Syria. If you really wanna battle us, better bring it fast cause we battle us. Well shit, I've been scheming for some breaks for a grip. Got a couple hundred crowns in my fist. Too quick, go stealth, hit a pit pocket. Don't spell with a force with a speed rocket. Devilish relish reward like a witch to the still of my plate. Call it red when I finish. Fools always not playing big as beginners. And it's like we got poor or live is a winner. Jumping, all of my homies gon' jumpin'. Middle finger to these monsters. All we do is jumping. All of my homies gon' jumpin'. Middle finger to these monsters. All we do is jumping.
Yeah, all of my homies aside. Yeah, they don't even know we don't ride. Yeah, they cannot handle my pride. Yeah, I'ma go breaking the line.
Jumping, all of my homies gon' jumpin'. Middle finger to these monsters. All we do is jumping.
And live.
Hello! Oh, I love my little adorable self. It's adorable.
Let me turn some music on. So, hopefully everything's working pretty good. Hopefully.
Fingers crossed.
And I'm hoping Boka is still awake.
Boka! Boka! Uh-oh.
Well, if not, Belle is supposed to be here any minute. So. Alright, well, we didn't have an episode last week, because, everyone basically showed up after I decided that, with just Boka, I couldn't do an episode.
Sorry, I was taking a nap.
Yes, I know. You had a nap. I think Belle was stuck at work. It was just not a good time. So, yeah, we missed last week. And of course, my PC died earlier this week, so I couldn't even do Arcane Academy this week. But, yeah, things are sort of working. So, yeah.
Well, as long as it works, that's what matters.
Yes, and hopefully, Boka wakes up.
Eventually, that Boka, that lazy dragon will wake up. Lazy Boka, wake up!
So, they
Wake
did
up, Boka.
actually also change the interface.
Ooh,
Things are a little weird now. Well, at least I consider them weird. I'm not quite used to it yet. Technically, this is still an opt-in interface. You can opt out if you want to. But I watched their preview video, and I kind of like the change. Like, it tells me what layer I'm on now. That is really useful. At least as far as
that is
I'm
neat.
concerned.
Alright, let's talk update. So now you know which layer you're on. What other things did they add?
Among others, I can now go and click on a token, and I can select preview as player and see what you can see.
Oh, that is cool. So now you can see what we see.
Yes.
Oh, that is so good. So when we tell
Yes.
we cannot see chat, you can know when we cannot see chat.
Yes. Hopefully it should fix some of that where I can't tell what you're seeing, so it's very hard to figure out how to fix it. Most of the other stuff isn't quite in there yet, though I can now also pan the display around. I would like them to change the key, though, seeing as how I'm on the laptop at the moment. The laptop is actually a touch screen, so it'd be kind of nice if I could just touch the screen and move it around.
Oh, so Roll20 does not have the laptop or like mobile device enabled?
You can do panning, which is what that is, but you need to do it with a mouse. So, a little unfortunate. Suboptimal, if I have to say so myself.
Well, depends. I don't know how they get money, but I guess if they get more money, they can do more stuff.
I mean, I have to pay them a yearly fee, so you guys can have the fancy lighting effects and things.
Oh, by the way, this is not sponsored.
No, it's sponsored by me, because I'm the one that has to pay that. In fact, I just had to, beginning of this month? I think it was beginning of this month. Well, no, we're in June now. Beginning of May. Wow, in fact, my birthday's in 2 days.
Ooh, happy
It
early
seemed a lot
birthday!
farther away just a little bit ago. Though I'm not gonna have my birthday stream because, well, kind of hard on the laptop. I can't play too many games on it.
Well, it kind of makes sense. You get like super downgraded after your other motherboard right now.
Yeah, actually, I did a little bit of a benchmark on it. The laptop for playing games is 900% worse.
Oh, 900%? Oh god.
Yes. Running just normal Time Spy in 3D Mark. I get like 200 something frames per second.
Ooh.
On the laptop, I barely make 20.
Oh god, that is super downgraded.
Yes. It got something like a score of like 3,600, I think.
Oh.
My old system got a score of like 24,000.
Wait. I'm looking. Really? Okay, this is interesting. I have a spare motherboard. You want it? I can give it to you.
I would need one that matches pretty much what I had. And I have one in order. But AM4 boards are just a little bit rare now. or at least they're not popular enough.
Oh,
Especially
what?
the high-end ones. I can still get a lot of like mid-ranged boards or low-end boards, but not the
Oh,
high-end.
yeah, because they discontinued the one of the previous socket.
Well, they didn't discontinue it. They're still
Oh no, they
selling
didn't.
it, but they're mostly selling the mid-range boards using the mid-range chipset, not the high-end one. I can tell you what I mean in a second.
Yeah, I'm looking at your specifications down at the bottom, and both of them uses
Yeah.
a AMD socket. So I was like, oh wait, I have one of those to spare.
Yeah, but like I can get B550 boards, I think it is, really easy, but not
Yeah.
my X570.
Oh, okay, I get you. Not
Those
really,
have
but I
sort
get
of
you.
fallen out of favor.
Ah, I see.
So I actually had to find a vendor that still carried them new, and they're shipping it from China to get it to me.
Of course, China.
So, yeah, it's gonna be like mid to late month.
Oh, now speaking of that, have you seen those weird commercials that are popping out everywhere about that Temu website?
No?
No, really? Oh, that's odd. Oh, they've been popping out everywhere. Commercial about Temu with the $7 Switch and whatnot. That's a Chinese place, Chinese company.
Well, I knew that. I've heard the name before. I don't really see commercials very much, though.
That's just random here and there. I mean, maybe you can find that in there too. Now you got me a lot of curious about that. But I don't know how trustworthy is that website anyway.
Yeah, there's some very questionable sites there. This wasn't a English site that I got it from, but the supplier is in China, so hence they had to ship it a long way, or are shipping it a long way.
Yeah, as long as you don't get the message like, oh, your package is on its way. It's in the middle of the ocean, but it's on its way.
Yeah. If
It never arrives.
if my parents' homeowners insurance decides to cover it, which they might, then I can go and possibly even upgrade. We'll have to see.
That
In the
sounds very much
meantime,
better.
I mean, it would be easier. I could just get the stuff. It's in stock.
Yeah.
So, it would be nice. It would be nice. I'm not sure if it's going to happen.
All right. So while we wait, let's continue this conversation. So when it comes to the, you have the 4090, right? If I'm correct, right?
If it still works, then yes.
Right.
It
I
is
do
in-
have some questions.
It is in the dead system, so
Yeah, I do have some questions. I do have like a couple of questions regarding that because I am planning to get one of those. It's just that I need to save up for it, but I want to see what am I getting into. Like, is it worth it at your end, or is it like something that I should wait for, like lower?
the first thing to look at is if you have the power supply for it. I had to
Oh.
buy a new power supply for it.
How much power does it require?
Well, you want to give it a little bit of extra. It can use up to 400 watts or 450.
400 watts? Damn.
Yeah. So, it doesn't really like a 600 or 700 watt power supply. You really want to have at least 1,000 watts.
Okay,
So,
a thousand minimum? Jeez.
I mean, you could get by without that, but power supplies don't like to hit their maximum rating. They work better if they're like at 80%. So you want to have some headroom, which is why most people are going to tell you to get like a 1,000-watt power supply. I actually bought a 1,300 watt. I hope it still works.
What,
I mean, it was
1300? Ooh,
providing some sort of power, so I hope it lasted.
I hope it does.
I could try pulling it out and putting it in the streaming PC, but it's kind of a hassle to redo all the wiring.
Yeah, I feel you.
So, if I can just get away with getting a new motherboard and plopping that in, that's a lot easier. That's a lot easier.
Well, it's kind of a bad thing that happened to your motherboard. I
Yeah.
thought because it was a lower supply, it wouldn't affect the thing, but that is news to me. I never heard of a system
no.
dying for like low power intake.
Yeah, a lot of electronics especially need a certain amount of power or they can actually take damage. But the thing was with the power, it was both an extended period of time. From what we can tell, it went from about 10 after midnight to about 1 a.m.
Okay, so it was like a long time.
Yeah, and it didn't like stay at just like one level. It would surge, then it would brown out, then it would surge again, then it would black out, then it would brown out again. It kept going all over the place. I only woke up because the printer decided to reboot, and that is very loud, very loud.
Oh, so you don't have like a surge protection connected to your PC, huh?
Well, I do have a surge protector. Actually, it was on my UPS, but I can only have one PC on the battery backup. So, I selected the streaming PC because the streaming PC has all my hard drives in it and acts as a server. So, if I had to pick, the one I can't do without is the streaming PC. Even though the other is like twice as expensive. So, yeah. After all this, I actually did get my parents to provide the money for another UPS. So, after the fact, I could now actually make sure that didn't happen. But with a UPS, they have a battery, so they'll provide the power that was missing when that happens.
All right. So that's how it happens. So I'm still trying to see how could that be prevented. I guess only by putting something to protect it from the power surge. Because I never had experience something like that.
It's not a surge. It's a loss of power without the power going out.
So like when the lights dim, like bright and then dim like that, like goes like not completely off, but it goes like super bright and then super dim.
Well, yeah, like with like old style lights, not so much LEDs, but definitely the old style lights. The lights would if they got a surge, they'd get brighter because they were getting more power. The opposite happens when you have a brownout and they dim without going out.
Oh.
That was a really easy way to see. Also, if you have something like a fan, I used to have box window fans. because my parents didn't want to run an AC. They thought it was too expensive.
Oh my god.
So, yeah, for years, we had a box fan, and if we had like a brownout, you could hear the fan slow down as it wasn't getting enough power anymore. And then you'd hear it surge, and all of a sudden the fan would ramp up really quick.
Oh, that must have been terrifying.
I mean, you got used to it. The power here is kind of iffy at times. This is actually the second PC that the power here is killed.
Jeez.
That one took out the power supply, and the power supply took out the motherboard. So, but it also took out my parents' TV. So,
oh no!
Not this time. This was like a decade ago. They got so mad. We actually had to call like a technician.
Oh no!
Because we couldn't afford a new one. So.
And what did the technician tell you? Just like, oh, it got burned. Nothing we can do. Sorry.
They were able to replace like a board in it that had fried from not having enough power. So.
Okay. So they still managed to do something.
Yeah, the TV never worked quite right after that. But my parents didn't want to get rid of the TV, so it's actually still there. My parents are weird.
No, it's fine. Wait, they didn't want to get rid of it? Let's just have it hanging in there?
Well, it is a tube-type TV.
Oh, like the old-fashioned ones.
Yes, it's not an LED or a plasma. It is a tube-type.
Oh.
And they actually now have an LCD that sits on top of that. But they still have to use that TV every so often.
Oh my god. That is so crazy, but that's so cool at the same time.
They're weird. I told you. You had warning.
No, I found it quite interesting because I had the same problems with mine. We have all like flat screens now, but they start like the old ones. They don't have the programmable like TV shows. And last time they wanted to move one of those TVs to the living room, and they were asking me like, "Oh, how do I put the Bix program in this TV?" I'm like, "You can. It's an old TV. This one does not have the application things." Like, "Oh, why not?" What do you mean why not? It's old TV. It doesn't have that kind of system inside of it. And they still keep it. They just plug in one of those Google Chrome things. That do they still make those? I don't know.
They make Chromecasts.
Yeah.
Actually, oddly, because the LCD TV that my parents have over top of the tube type is well, it's a Android-based TV, but it works a little bit weird. So we actually got a Chromecast for it, so it would fix some of the issues. It was very buggy. The Chromecast is solid. That was buggy.
Oh no. The bugs are real. Oh, now speaking
Very
of
true.
bugs,
Very true.
but I've been studying a little bit of cybersecurity, and it got really crazy and scary these nowadays because I guess some people again from China, they managed to like put the like I don't know, you can say like a backdoor using like files that had the Windows extensions on them. So you will think that they're like a Windows update, but they're actually like a window for your so they can see what you're typing and what you're doing on your computer. That is terrifying.
Yeah, keyloggers.
Yeah, keyloggers. The keybuggers.
Not that those are new. I mean, that was a thing when I was like in high school. I mean, we didn't even have reliable broadband yet, at least not here. But
Well,
keyloggers were already a thing.
no, I know, but I mean, you will recognize the keyloggers for like a different file extensions or something. I didn't know they were like they can mask themselves as a program
in the
from
old
Windows.
days, a lot of those actually were installed by opening up like Microsoft Office files.
Ooh, terrifying.
Microsoft
Spooky.
Office was like a big security risk, which was like horrible because businesses needed Office because everyone in the business world used Office.
Yeah, I
Not
remember
like
that.
today, not like today, but back then, everyone used Office. You couldn't even like send a resume without doing it in Office.
You had to have that docs thingy.
Yep, it had to be .docs, not even .docx yet. But,
Oh, how things have changed.
yeah. Now,
I mean,
as long as they can read it, it's fine.
Okay, just a quick question. What is the oldest technology you have like used? That is considered today like it's all super old in standards.
I mean, my elementary school had Apple IIs, so
Oh God, Apple IIs.
yes, they didn't trust us with modern PCs, but they would trust us with like 40-year-old Apple IIs.
Oh my God. Like for those who don't know what Apple IIs are not the rainbow ones, so you know. They are like the gray and like brownish. What color one would you call that? Like cream color with the gray keyboard?
Beige, usually.
Yeah, beige. Yeah.
Though, I mean, they were ancient already. I think the ones the elementary school had did have like networking, but it used the old like hub topography, and it wasn't like Cat 5 or even Cat 1.
Oh God.
I forget the type. It's been too long. It's not used. It has not been used for like 30 years. I forget what it was called.
Ooh, the oldest I have been used before was the IBM old computer, the one that they had the two like disc boards in the front.
Actually, I forgot about it. But
What?
when I was looking at colleges, one of the local colleges had a mainframe computer,
Ooh.
and I got to play with it a little bit. Not that I knew what I was doing. I mean, the closest experience to one of those is like Linux without the graphical interface.
Yeah. Where you had to type the command where you wanted to go, what folder you wanted to open, right?
Yeah. They actually would have used some version of Unix, what came before Linux. So.
Yeah, it's been a while. I mean, I'm not that old, but still, I was using those today because, oh my God, back in the days, they put me in a computer class. My parents wanted me to learn the computer, But the only machines they have were these ones, the IMB 100. And then we had to put the floppy disk in. You hear the machine go like,
Oh yeah, floppy disks.
yeah. And then if I want to open the floppy disk, I had to literally type on the screen C/2 dots, and then the location of the folder,
Hey,
the name of the
hey,
folder.
At least you had DOS. At least you
Yes.
had DOS.
Yeah. I found it out. I mean, the only thing that I used that computer for was to play that Prince of Persia game. You know, the old one where you had to do little steps here and there, skips in there.
On the Apple IIs, we played the original Oregon Trail and
Oh my
Carmen
God!
San Diego.
Oh, where in the
Neither
world is
of
Carmen
which,
San
by the
Diego?
way, were they were both pixel graphics.
Ooh.
Because that's all you had then. 2 colors. There wasn't even 16 colors. There was green and not green.
Yeah, it was black and white or green. Choose your color.
Well, I mean, theoretically, it was supposed to be black, but those screens weren't very black anymore. They were, because they would bleach. So the screen would get lighter over time. It was more of a gray and a green.
Oh my God! Yes, I remember that. Oh no.
In fact, when I was in high school, and the high school had Macs, because they actually, bought something a little bit more modern for the high school. But I was in the computer club. Actually, at my school, I was the founder of the computer club.
What?
So-
That is so cool!
It
That is
sounds
so
a lot
cool.
cooler. It was mostly
Yeah.
us hanging out in the computer lab during lunch. Because we didn't actually want to be, sitting in the lunchroom.
Yeah, with all the people and
Yeah.
walking around, screaming, yelling at each other. Yeah. I know.
We were the more introverted students. And the only reason I'm considered the founder is because out of all of us, no one else wanted it. So they just gave it to me. You're now the founder. Good luck, President.
Good luck, President. You got us into here. Now do your job.
Luckily,
Oh,
I
yeah.
didn't need to do much. So,
That is pretty
But,
good. Go on.
we actually would sometimes have to go over to because we were acting as assistants for the computer teacher who actually acted, well, he would have been considered the network admin, but he was actually
Oh.
a teacher. He taught all the computer classes, what few we had. Oh, except for typing. Typing was done on the Apple Macs, but those were done by another teacher.
Oh.
It was still called typing now. It wasn't even called word processing.
It was just typing. Learn how to type.
Yes, we're gonna put you in front of a computer, and you're gonna have to use that, but you're gonna learn to type on this. Good luck. Good luck.
Oh my God. It just reminded me. I remember that when I was way younger, probably 8, I believe. My sister wanted to learn typing, and because it was the new fancy typewriters that were coming out, that's the one that my dad got her. And it was those fancy little typewriters that they had the little tiny screen that you can see while you're
Word
typing.
processor.
Yeah. Word processor. But it has the little tiny screen that will show you what you're typing. And it will only start typing after you hit enter. It was a typewriter.
Yeah, yeah. Well, they were called word processors. My
Yeah.
dad actually had one uh, before we got the PC.
Ooh.
He needed it for work because he needed to type stuff up, but he didn't think we could afford a PC, so they spent like $500 buying this thing.
Yeah, it was the best cheaper thing you can get before the PCs.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Uh,
I remember trying to mess around with it. I think I broke one of the keys and he got really mad at me.
yeah. I still remember though the first PC I ever built.
Ooh.
I think I was just about to go to college, and I told my parents, since I was going to go for, well, business information systems is technically what it's called,
Ooh.
but my parents used to just call it comp sci most of the times. They didn't really understand the difference, so. But I said, I'm gonna need my own PC, so why don't you lend me some money and I'll build one? And they're like, no, but you do have your savings. Use your savings.
I'm like, good luck. You
So
said
with
it's
a
good luck.
budget of like $700, I had to put together a PC.
Oh, oof. Well, I guess back in the days things were not that expensive. Maybe I'm wrong.
Cheaper, definitely. Well,
Yeah.
okay, if you went Intel, it was not cheap. Not cheap at all. I actually couldn't even afford a genuine Intel processor. Like
Yeah.
the cheapest one was like $700.
Oof.
I went with a K62 450, which is an AMD chip.
Oh, cool.
Because the AMD chip was like $180, combined with one of the motherboards at the time that was like $90, and some like $80 RAM. Oh, and a first generation TNT 1 card.
Oh my god. Ooh, that is like really out there.
Yes, the first gen NVIDIA card.
First generation. Ooh, that is so.
Oh,
Oh,
hell.
memory.
I had that thing for so long, to try to get more performance out of it. Like, I took off the tiny little fan that came with it, and I slapped on a bigger one. I put a heat pad on the back side, and I put another fan on the back. Because with just the little tiny fan that came with it, if you tried to overclock that thing, you could cook
Yeah,
an
what's
egg
that
on it.
gonna be? Yeah.
But I slapped double fans on it, cranked the speed. I think I got
Bang that sucker up as much as you can.
like a 15% overclock.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, for those who just come in and listen to us, we're just doing like a little podcast while we wait for everybody else to come on. Especially Boka. Boka, you Boka.
Yeah.
Boka the Boka.
Boka seems asleep.
Yeah, we're just doing a little podcast remembering all technology that we used to have and we used to work with. So you just really your name. Welcome, come in. Make yourself at home. Get comfy. We're doing a
Yes,
little
I know
podcast.
this is not D&D. I want this to be D&D. I mean, we're staring at the screen even.
Well, if we wanna change the subject to D&D, we can do that.
Without starting the adventure, I'm not even sure what we would talk about. At least at the moment.
Perfect. Perfect. We can talk about. There's a lot of things, a lot of projects we can do. We're just waiting for these two knuckleheads to arrive. I mean, we're still stuck in the computer stuff. I mean, I didn't find out anything about computers until I was like 15. I guess I can say after I hit 15, I pretty much start to begin understanding what is what was good, what is bad. Because before, I remember we had like a Windows 98 in my home, and me and my sister would always fight for the internet because we were having the Wi-Fi, and I was playing my game, and because whenever she started like doing like some videos or like chatting with people, it was like super annoying that I lag in the game and I die, and she's just like, I don't know what the hell she was doing. And also the times on LimeWire, oh my god, all the torrents, all the movies downloaded, all the like um all the pay music that I downloaded for free. Yes, I pay for that. Don't get me, FBI. I swear that collection of like 25,000 music is paid for. I swear.
I mean, here for the longest time, we only really had like dial-up internet. I think it was 2010. We finally got broadband. This is a little town. This is a little town, so.
I mean, I don't remember the times of dial-up. I liked that I got that CD one day in the email and I was like, oh, free internet for like 10 hours or something. You just plug in your phone and just go.
I mean, you still get the occasional fax machine today.
Wait, you do? Oh.
Yeah. I mean, I'll dial a number that I think is a phone number, and I get a fax machine.
Oh, right. When you dial the fax number instead of a regular number, you still have the little weird sound coming down.
Yeah, or like they'll have turned their fax machine on to get a fax from someone, and I just happen to call right then. For like small businesses, I get that a lot.
Yeah, I still don't understand that. Why do people still using fax machines?
Business likes them. Business likes them.
I mean, to have a paper trail, I mean, I do understand that, but I still question why.
Probably because the people in charge are like my mom. And she doesn't understand PCs. So.
Oh, like the same thing that happened when we're like on the 2020s and people didn't want to use Discord, they want to use this Zoom thing. I mean, you guys had Discord. Why do you need the Zoom? Why?
Don't ask me. Don't ask me.
I still don't understand. This was much better. You can see who's talking, you can see who's typing, and you can see all the goodies in there. Zoom is just video and that's it. Just like ranting about it.
They want to see who they're talking to. Though, for the longest time, I never had even a mic hooked up to my PC. So, I couldn't do any of that. Well, I wouldn't want to, but...
Okay, I mean, it's fair. It's fair. Because they wanted to make something that, like, all people could understand. This is a video camera, this is a mic.
I had a lot of, weird events. When I was younger, I always used to get teased by everyone about my voice. And then, I was, well, I think I've told you this story about the time in college, where my parents insisted I have a landline. So I had to get a landline in the apartment complex. And you couldn't call to disconnect because I was moving. From the phone you were actually operating from. so I couldn't call them from the apartment. So I had to find, like, the last payphone in existence in, like,
Oh my
this
goodness.
busy supermarket. And I had to, toss in the change. And I called them up. And the woman on the phone says, "Kid, put your parents on."
What? What?
She seemed to think that I was like a 9-year-old boy. And she refused to believe I was an adult.
Oh my god, what?
Yeah.
Oh well, how? I mean, I do understand the voice. Well, not really, because even up today, whenever I answer the phone, they always think I'm a female.
I mean, I actually worked phone tech support for a bit during college, and so many people would seem to have issues with my voice. Sometimes they would say ma'am, sometimes they would say sir. It was very confusing.
Well, at least for you, they say sir. For me, it was always straight up ma'am. Ma'am this, ma'am that. Or this. Last time I think one called me young lady. What?
Well, I mean, I don't really want to be called sir, but I didn't really want to be called ma'am either.
Fair. But nowadays, with all the AI things and all the voice changings, you never know.
Probably. I don't know. Personally, the whole ma'am thing is only because, I think there's better words. I just don't like that word.
Nothing bad with that word in the specific?
I don't know. Maybe it's just my perception.
Okay. That makes sense.
Of course, I hate being called sir a lot more. I'm definitely not a sir.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
But at least no one there would say I was like a 9-year-old boy. Mostly.
Oh my god. Mostly that doesn't sound good anyway.
I mean, I had some very strange calls working tech support.
I bet someone would call you and you answered it with like, did I dial the right number? I'm sorry, so can you put your mom on the phone?
Oh no,
Question mark?
oh no. I worked for, I forget what they call them now. But it was like, it's basically a phone center. So, call center, that's it. Call center. And, we actually worked for a bunch of different companies.
Oh my god.
I mean, there were different departments. I actually worked for, several different ISPs. I worked for Prodigy. I worked for Verizon, I think.
Oh, okay.
Belle South was another one. I think actually Belle South merged into Verizon, and therefore I moved from Belle South to Verizon.
Oh, do tell me, how was the experience on those regards? Like, you wouldn't get confused? Like, did they have like different systems, or did they
I
make it right
mean,
at NDA?
there was a different system on the front end. So they only got people from the department working with that particular company.
Ah, okay. So you were not
So,
confused, like you were not get confused in case you were like, oh no, I was doing something from a Verizon customer that was from the Comcast customer.
yeah, yeah. We didn't have to worry about that.
Okay, good.
Though, you could, if you were familiar with it, get like extra hours working for one of the others.
That's not
So you
bad.
could like go into work and choose who you wanted to work for.
Okay, that sounds interesting. You wanna choose to work for a good company or an evil company? I always had
I mean, they
bad
were
experience
always
with
evil.
Verizon.
None of them were good. None of them were good.
No, yeah, I get that. Verizon is always seems to be like the evil company for me. You always have giving me headaches. They always come out with a contract like, oh, you want like this fast internet at this small price? You have to sign up that like 5-year contract. I'm like, no, I don't want that. Well, too bad. You have to pay like $400 a month. Then, no, fuck that.
I forget the details now, because we weren't selling anything. We were just the tech support, so it was a little bit different for us. But
Ooh.
it was actually long enough ago that you were still getting like discs, CDs sent to you.
Oh yeah, I remember
Actually,
those.
once had a guy ask me what to do with the coaster that we sent him.
What, the coaster?
Yes, he didn't know what a CD was.
Oh my god. Oh no. Oh, okay, he was a nice person, but I don't know what to do with the coaster. What is this for? Is it for coffee? Can I microwave it? Oh my god, that would be hilarious.
Sir, you want to put that in your computer so you
In my
can run the
computer?
program on it.
In my computer?
And he's
I
like,
don't
how
know.
would you put it in the computer?
Yeah, yeah. Like, how do you put this in the computer? I just
Sir,
know.
You have a little button on the front of your case.
I press the button, but nothing happens.
Oh, you mean the drink drink holder.
Oh my god. Like, do I need to put the whole thing in? How do I put the whole thing in?
We got some really confused people. That's all I'm gonna say.
It reminds me of that time. The worst case scenario for everybody, even for you, I bet, was trying to teach technical support to anybody that does not understand computers.
So, I stopped doing tech supports after 4 months, I think.
Oh.
I was basically doing a manager's job without the pay. So, I was really tired of it. The money was good, but that was about the only good part of it. I was actually pissing off the managers, my managers, because people would come to me for help, because I actually would give people answers.
Oh my god, that would have been awful. Didn't you ask for a
I
raise?
mean, no. As soon as people started coming to me before they came to their own managers, because their own managers were crap,
Yeah.
basically all the managers hated me. They're like, nope, you're a threat. You're a threat. You gotta be gotten rid of.
Oh,
So-
yikes. So it was that type of thing. Yeah. I had something similar happen on my job, but it's not related to me because I just don't give a F about it. But I see that happening to somebody that works with me. that they give her like not manager position, but almost boss like a job that she needs to do, but she's not getting paid enough for that. And I already told her like you should need to ask for like a one of the bigger positions that you're gonna start doing this, because literally the managers will go home and then leave her in charge. I'm like, yeah, that's not right. You need to ask for more money or like get something. I don't know. Talk to HR. But I think she's too
Oh,
afraid to get fired. That's why.
you should have seen it when I graduated. Uh, I had an internship with a local school,
Oh no.
doing IT with the school.
Huh?
I basically was the intern for their network admin.
Ooh.
Because I had worked for the college after I got done doing the call center. I started working for the college, and I was in their IT department. And they wished they could hire me, but they couldn't. They couldn't get the money to do it.
Oh, you went
So-
too pricey.
Well, it was a partly state-funded school.
Oh, okay, that makes
So
sense.
the state would have to approve a new position. And yeah, that wasn't happening.
Yeah, I
They
get
needed
that.
it and they wanted me, but they couldn't actually get a position for me.
They couldn't afford
so-
you. Oh no.
But I
The
found
is expensive.
this job with a school.
Oh.
Well, rather internship, because I need to do an internship before I graduated. The school made it a requirement for certain programs, and mine was one of those.
Oh my god, I see him on like free labor. Let's go.
Yeah, pretty much. Though, actually, since I told the place, well, the school, technically, I told the school that I already had a job at the university.
Yeah.
So, if they wanted me to do an internship, they would have to pay me to make up for, basically ending my job with the college.
Yeah.
So, they actually did pay me. I think they paid me like $1,000 for my internship. Not a lot,
Okay.
but I wasn't making that much at the college.
Yeah, it makes sense, but still kind of scummy they did that. They should have give you like
The
like a
college was
guarantee.
limited because the state said student employees couldn't be paid more than minimum wage.
Oh yikes, that's awful.
So that was really low pay, and we couldn't work more than like 30 hours. So the hourly pay was low, and our hours were low. So yeah, the pay was not good. So $1,000, and I think it was only like 2 months of an internship. So $1,000 was not that bad. It was about on par with what I would have made, probably. But it so happens that like the management of the school was changing.
Oh.
They had gone for like their business side, they'd used a contracted company to do the business part for them.
Oh.
And the person who was their network admin was like, this is seeming like I might not have a job. Though I don't know, because his contract was up, and they were being like really wishy-washy for what they were going to pay him.
Oh no.
So he's like, I have some other job opportunities. I'm just gonna take one of those. And he like told me just before he left, and this was like maybe 3 months, 4 months after I'd graduated, and I'd been looking for a job, and I happened to see him online, and I'm like, hey dude, how's this going? And he's like, oh, hey, yeah, well, I'm leaving the school, and yeah, we're trying to get someone else to come in. And I'm like, does that include me? And he's like, oh, you know what? You'd be perfect. I mean, you already know all the stuff here. Because you were helping me out. So, if you want, just stop in. And we'll have you talk. So, that's how I got his job. But the first year, they were having budgeting issues. Since they just switched from the private company to internal business departments. So they pulled HR and the business office in-house.
Okay.
They only paid me like, I think $26,000 the first year. They're like, we'll increase it, so we just don't have the money in the budget this year.
Oh, I see.
Okay. Well, $26,000 is more than I've ever made at a job. So I'm fine with that. Even though it's low. Even though it's low.
Yeah, low. Low to the standards is really low.
By the time I left 5 years later.
5 years.
Yeah. When I left 5 years later, I had talked them up to $38,000, I think.
Oh, okay.
So I was getting like yearly increases because they had always told me they were going to increase it. In fact, when I started, they said I was going to start at $30,000. And then they couldn't do that. They couldn't fit it in the budget somehow. So I got 26. So the second year I got it up to like 28, and then 32, and then like 34, and the last year I think 38. But like the school management had gone downhill. And,
no.
That last year was like horrible. They actually, because I saved them like $6,000, they actually took money out of my yearly pays, my yearly paycheck. Salary.
Oh, no.
Salary.
Yeah, salary.
For saving them money. So I saved the money, and they took money out of my paycheck for it.
That is so unfair.
Yeah, it sucked. That
right
was
now you're
part
still working for
of
IT?
why I left. So, well, actually, I was looking for a new job, and while I was looking, they decided to. They didn't fire me. They removed my position. So.
Oh, I see. So it's kind of like they were telling like, yeah, we need to do some budget cuts and your department has to go. So sorry.
Well, they had found out through the contractors, the IT contractors that we worked through, that they could get like a really sweet deal, about $20,000 a year, for the contractors to basically fill my job position.
Oh, that is scummy.
Of course, they didn't tell me that.
Yeah, they should have let you know, like, hey, this is what's gonna happen. Like, give you a heads up.
Actually, you know what?
Huh?
You know what?
What?
Today is the anniversary of when they fired me.
What? No way. Did we time this
Well,
right?
yeah.
What?
Oh yeah, it
I'm
was
so sorry.
2 days before my birthday.
Oh my god.
They're like, yeah, unless you want another position with us, you need to go today and hand in your keys and all the codes to the servers. Good luck.
Wow, just like that? They didn't give you like a heads up, like a week or something?
Nope. And it wasn't even my boss at the time that did that. That was the HR guy.
Wow, that is effed up. At least give somebody like a time to figure out what the hell they're gonna do next.
I mean, it was 2 days before my birthday.
Well, that too. That is so fucked up.
Here's your birthday present. Go find a new job.
Yeah, it's like a big hand. Fuck you. No, that is fucked up.
Oh, they also managed to blacklist me.
What?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I hear the Boka snoring.
Yeah.
Wait, they blacklist you for their company?
Well, no, not. So, it was a school, so there was a board of directors, and on the board of directors, there were like business people from the community. So like, one of the local hospitals.
Yeah.
And like one was the local media company that owned like 2 of the TV stations, and I think the newspaper too. I forget some of the others, but yeah, everyone there got me like blacklisted. So
What?
yeah.
Why? They didn't give you. Well, of course, in the school board, whatever they
Well,
have
they
to give
wanted to
reason.
make it sound like they removed the position because I hadn't been good at my job.
Oh, that is so scummy.
Yeah, well, I mean, the HR guy, his mom was on the board, which is how he got his job. But
Look at Mama's boy.
she'd wanted to get him my job. He
What?
actually had
No
a comp
way.
sci degree, but he didn't even know what encryption was.
Oh my god, that is so messed up. What the hell?
Yes, I don't know how he got his degree. Maybe mommy paid for it. Who
Most
knows?
likely.
But yeah, she just wanted to like give my job to him. I don't know what he would have done. I was doing frontline technical support, and I was being a network admin, and I was handling the finances and all the state reporting, which is actually the job of like the head of technology.
Oh god.
So I was wearing at least 3 hats, and he couldn't have even done one of them. So I'm not really sure how that was supposed to have worked, which is probably why I stayed there as long as I did.
Oh my god. So awful. I'm sorry to hear that. At least you're out of that place, so fuck them. Oh god. My ears.
Even asleep.
Damn it, Boka, wake up! Wake up, Boka! Boka the Boka! Boka the Boka, Boka the Boka! No, not helping. Okay. No, but that's still kind of fucked up. I mean, I bet the school went down to shit, right?
I mean, they're still around, so. least last time I knew. Some of this
Well,
stuff,
eh,
some of this stuff, they never bothered to switch accounts. So, like, they they refused to pay for certain things, so I had to do them out of like my private accounts.
oh no.
So, like, the school's like Google page. You know how Google does like business stuff.
Yeah,
Ratings, comments, crap like that.
yeah.
Uh, they didn't want to pay for like a business Google account, so I had to do it with my personal one. So as
Oh,
far as
no.
Google is concerned, I still work at the school.
You should cancel that already.
I can't. I don't have my email address to actually confirm anything.
Oh no. Oh no.
So, yeah, and I'd forgotten about it because I only had to do stuff with it like once a year. So,
Well, at least they're not taking the money, right?
I mean, yeah, I don't pay anything,
Okay, good.
but yeah. The I forget what they call it. I still get a notice like once a year though. And I'm like, oh, yeah.
They're like, here's how your business is doing.
But yeah, that's why, well, that's part of the reason why I started working not in computer science / IT and ended up being a streamer. So,
Wait. Hold on. I'm trying to compute this. Wait. So you're not working right now?
nope. Streaming is
So
my
you're
job.
Okay, but at least you're getting good money, right?
No.
Uh-oh. Oh no. I mean, there's a lot of new positions that require you to be online. I mean, you don't have to look on in-state, you can look out-state.
Yeah. But by this point, I haven't been doing anything in IT for so long that no one will hire me.
Wait, how long are we talking about?
5 years?
What?
I mean, I've been streaming for 2.5 now. So. And I
Oh my
worked
goodness.
another job in between there. So,
I mean, you just need to get caught up to things. You just need to update your software.
no one
And
cares.
you should be good.
No one cares. They'll see my resume. They like my resume. They'll contact me. We'll talk a little bit. And then I never hear from them again.
Jesus, what kind of shitty companies are you talking to?
I mean, this is well, I live just outside a fairly big town, but the, like, IT infrastructure here sucks. Most, like, network admins are gonna be older, like 50s, 60s.
Yeah?
And they might be looking to retire, but not for another like 10 years or so. So, there's like a gap. They don't really need anyone yet, so they're not really hiring new positions. And I could
I
work
see.
from home for certain things, but no one that does work from home wants to hire me because I don't have any experience with it. So,
The way you say, you sound like you're like way over there by the countryside. Because over here, there's like a, I don't know how to explain it. Over here, because I live closer to the bigger city, it's like, oh shit, we need to hire these people. No, we need to hire this. We need to hire more IT team. Like, oh my goodness,
So,
it's crazy.
I forget the name. Ow.
Hmm?
I
Hello?
smacked my head. Sorry.
Okay. What is that sound?
I think that is a bell. I think that
Hello,
is a bell.
Belle.
I'm
Welcome.
sorry I am late. I
Welcome
I
to the
ate-
Boka podcast.
I got home, ate dinner, and also I have food poisoning, so I'm here
What?
very late. I'm here very
Oh, no.
late.
You have food poisoning? What did you eat?
My girlfriend and we mixed some ground beef that we found in our freezer that was very much seasoned with fresh ground beef that we had just recently bought. That one was also frozen, so they were defrosting at the same time. But one package, like the one that we found, was more, I guess you would say, freezer burnt than the other one was.
Oh no!
And so, when we mixed it together, I guess that was a very bad thing. The thing is that the food tasted so good. It was so bomb. It was so good.
How hungry were you that the food tasted so bomb? That cow cheese, that is so bad!
I wasn't that hungry. It was just that the way it looked was so pretty because it was like cheesy beef pasta with beans. It looked so good and it tasted just as good.
Okay, just to be clear, you're not on the bathroom, right?
No, Jesus
Okay,
Christ,
good.
I would not join if I was in the bathroom. I am home, I'm at my desk, my PC is all started up. Also, I changed my reactive. Look at my little face.
No, that is adorable.
Little face.
I had to resize you. So,
I'm sorry. I also looked at the description for that image, for those images that I made with the pig crew, and May pointed it out to me that in the description it says where I thought it said cell, as in it ended the sentence with the parentheses, it in fact did not end the sentence, but there was no other comma that showed that it was in addition to the list of things that you cannot do with this. And so I had to quickly look for something else and change it out. So this is the closest thing that I could find that was also very cute.
Oh, so your previous one was like violent in terms of service.
It was, and I felt awful, so I was like, oh shit, I guess I don't know how to fucking read, which is accurate because I am dyslexic and illiterate. So May had to point it out to me that where I was like, look, see, it says this. It says it's okay. And she was like, no, sweetie, there's no comma there. And I was like, yeah, there's no comma there. It's okay, right? There's no comma there? No, I looked back at the rest of the list and every item in that list had a capital at the beginning of each word, and I was like, oh, no!
No, Lute! Somebody give her the bonk.
I had to change it. I was so upset because it was so pretty. Oh, I was so happy with it. I'm so upset I had to change it. Also, I'm very, very sorry for being here so late.
It's fine.
Oh, fuck. What's going on? I would like an update, please.
Okay, so here's the update.
Fell asleep. So, we've been talking about former jobs and PCs.
Ah, okay. Oh, yeah. What happened with your PC? Was it just an outage, or was it a storm that did that to you?
Yeah.
The other night, we had right around 10 after midnight, a series of brownouts, surges, and blackouts. And it lasted until like 1 a.m. And that PC is on the surge part of my UPS, not the battery part of the UPS. So, the brownouts apparently killed it.
Damn.
Yeah. All that voltage change was not good for it.
Fucking hell.
I think some of it still works. Maybe. But I need a new motherboard to even tell, so. So, yeah. New one is on order.
I'm sorry.
But it's gotta come all the way from China. Because no one here in the States seems to sell the same board anymore.
I'm kind of curious. What board you said it was?
It's an MSI X570 something.
Hold up, let me check that. Let me check. I think it's the one that I have. Hold on.
It is an MSI MPG X570 Gaming Plus.
Every time you say that, I keep thinking you're saying go Minasai.
I mean, I could be. But yeah, I don't know how bad it is. And, yeah. And I actually paid like $60 less for the board when I got it, when I put the whole system together. But, yeah, now they're like rare, and I had to get it from China.
Fuck.
So, getting it here is gonna take like 3 weeks.
Fucking hell, maybe. Damn, I can't believe that.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. I see it. Okay, so the one that I do have is a B50 Tomahawk. Tomahawk Max motherboard.
I have a 550 board in the streaming PC, but I can't use that because I have too many M.2 drives. Yeah.
I see.
There's like I had this issue with the streaming PC. I wanted to add another M.2 and it has slots for it, but there's not enough PCI lanes. So, if I put another one in, the capture card stops working.
I see.
And I'm planning to put a capture card in the gaming PC so I can have things go back and forth between them both. So, or I could stream like a console if I ever got one. So, yeah, I can't do that. I have too many M.2s in the gaming PC. So, yeah, I need another 570 board. Which is now apparently like super rare. So.
Okay. I didn't know it was super rare. I do have 2 of those, but one is on my PC that I'm using right now. The other one my brother has it on his PC.
Yeah.
I didn't know they were coming rare. Oh my goodness. I have great items. Whoa!
I mean, I'm gonna have some issues too. Because I don't have an extra CPU anymore. And I'm not sure the new board is going to be set up to use the 5800 X3D chip that I have. You need like a more recent BIOS, so.
I mean, you can just update the BIOS on those ones, right? Or not?
Without the CPU though, you would need to like have a USB drive and plug it in like a special port on the back of the board.
Oh
and
yeah,
you, like, flash it without a CPU, and it takes like hours. I actually thought it wasn't working. It took so long. Last time I had to play with that.
Oh.
So I'm really hoping that is not going to be the case. Hopefully it is a newer BIOS. But I don't trust it to be. Yeah, really, if I can get the insurance to pay for it, I might just upgrade to a 7000 series system. Yeah, like a 7800 X3D. I like my current chip, but I would really, really not like to have any more of these weird issues. But I can't afford that, so
Oh,
I had to borrow money to get the new motherboard, so.
Yes, they're digging up a hole.
Yeah, my parents were not happy. Well, that is why they gave me the money for another UPS now. I will finally have 2 UPSs. I mean, it's even here already. Yeah, that took like 2 days. The motherboard will be 3 weeks. The UPS, 2 days.
Alright, not bad at all. It's just waiting.
Yeah, I mean, I could probably like hook it up and slap it in place of this one, just to test it, but I don't see any point. It's just sitting in the box.
Eventually. But now we're here, Belle.
We're here, but with only half an hour before my internet's going out, I think we might have to end.
Makes sense. Belle! You there, Belle?
I heard an
Hey, Belle, you there? Hello?
Yeah.
Alright. So we're about to almost finish. Just a quick question. What is the oldest technology you have used before? What is the oldest PC that you remember using?
This is actually my first PC.
What?
This is actually the very
Shiny.
first piece. It's shiny. Pretty shiny. It glows. It has pretty lights.
Oh my god. Are we that old, Nakami?
The problem is that I didn't even purchase this PC. It was gifted to me by my wonderful girlfriend. And I am very, very grateful and very happy to have it.
That is my girlfriend.
She also got it because I would use her PC to play games on it and like stream, and I would get off whenever she would get home from work. And so she would get to the point where she was like, okay, can you get off now? Because I want to get on now. And I'm like, ah, fuck. Okay. And this isn't even like brand new. It's more of like, we bought it off of a friend of ours because the place that they were going wouldn't have a space for them to continue having it. And so I don't even know much about my own PC, and it's a little disheartening, it's a little embarrassing, but at the same time I'm very happy to have it.
I mean, the first one is always a learning experience.
That makes sense.
I have the boxes for it, so I could probably just sorry, I was checking it out. I could always just do a little homework on it when I have the chance to.
All right, we were just talking about technology and how far is the oldest one we have used before. You know, some experience with Nakami and her job and whatever. But it is pretty good. We can even do a podcast if nobody else is here.
Yes, we
Just
kind
pick
of
a topic
reverted
and
to
talk about
podcast mode.
We
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, wait, you said oldest PCs. What about oldest consoles? That's a whole different story.
That's what I was asking. Like, oldest technology do you have used?
I mean, I
Oldest
can probably beat any of you there.
Oh, are we going that way? Okay.
Oh, are we?
Okay.
Are we? Hold up.
Are we?
I
Okay,
mean,
hold
unless
on.
you have a ColecoVision. I think I do.
Oh, wait, hold on. I need to Google that. How do you spell that? So, do you put a
I
K
don't know
in there?
anymore.
It's an Atari ColecoVision.
ColecoVision.
It's a. Oh my god. Fuck.
No way! No way!
These things
Yeah.
are worth like
I
so much on
I
fucking
wanted
eBay.
a console system, and my mom found a ColecoVision at like a secondhand store, and she brought it home and said, "Here." And I'm like, Mom, this is from like 3 decades ago.
Do you want me to take it back? Do you want me to take it back? They're like, no.
No.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
I
Didn't
don't
say I
think we
didn't
ever
want
got
it.
it to work.
Damn.
Oh, the ice.
It actually had like a tape drive in it, and you had to put in the tapes. They were like cassette tapes. I don't know if you can even really tell. But yeah, that's what that slot on the right side in the images are. You fed it tapes. I'm like, Mom, no one has seen a cassette tape except for you and Dad
Years.
in like years. Because of course all their cars still had cassette tapes. My
I mean-
parents have never owned a new vehicle in their lives.
Okay, I think I need to rephrase the wording. I'll say, what is the oldest technology you have used when you were young?
Used? Okay.
Yes.
Let me see. I didn't use this, but I remember begging, like, I remember that so badly wanting a Game Boy. Like, I wanted one so fucking badly, and my mother's exact words to me were, "You don't play video games." Yeah, I wonder why I don't play video games. I don't have a console to play them on.
Wait,
As
what Game Boy? What Game Boy?
As Game Boy Color, I believe it was. It
Oh
was
my God.
yeah.
Okay.
My mother I thought the clear one was cool too though. I thought the clear one was cool.
Oh, the
When you could-
transparent one, yes.
When you could see the innards.
Yes, I remember those.
My mother's would also use the one line of games are for boys to play. Video games are for boys to play. Yep.
He went with that route. Oh no,
Yeah.
that is so sad.
When she started dating my dad, though, he had the oldest console that he let me play whenever I would go over for my mom to see him, and I would be able to hang out with my cousins, with my now permanent cousins. We had, I forgot what it was. I know it was I can't even English anymore. It was a Nintendo console. It was really old. I can't remember.
Did you remember the control setup? Was it like 4 buttons, 2 buttons?
No, it was like two. It was 2 buttons and the up, down. I can't. So I'm gonna get called out so hard.
Most likely, yes. That was the most likely people are gonna be like, "Oh my gosh, she doesn't know the console."
How do you
name.
not know what
the
that is?
heresy! Yes. Okay, do you
I mean,
remember
I
the
think
game
that was
playing?
just the original Nintendo Entertainment System.
Yeah, the first NES.
Yeah. And then there was the Super. So the SNES. Those were all before my time, but I've heard so many people talk
Yes,
about
it
them.
was that one. God, I feel so stupid. It was the NES. That was the one. Fucking hell. I couldn't remember the name for it, but I remember what it looks like.
Yeah, that's why I was asking what was the control
Yeah.
scheme.
He
That's
had
much easier than the fight.
he let me play Super Mario 3 on it.
Oh my god, I remember that one.
As well as the original Mario Bros. I played that one as well all the time.
Yeah, and speaking of that, that is the oldest console. I remember playing it when I was like, my oldest memory is like when I was like 3, and I was walking down the stairs from the house that we used to live in, and my dad was playing with the Super Mario one, and he let me use the controller. Couldn't get past the first freaking like pitfall.
I mean, the first, like, console I ever owned myself. I mean, even including, like, gifts, was my uncle giving me a Sega Master System and
Ooh,
a
Sega!
Genesis.
Ooh.
So those were my first consoles. They were his from like 12 years before.
Oh, so Nakami
He
is
just
like
gave them to me.
Nakami is the Sonic type. Ooh.
Well, he didn't have Nintendo systems, so I've played very few Nintendo systems. I liked Sega CD though. That was fun. I mean Sonic CD. Most
Can't
people I
remember.
don't think have ever played that one.
There was
I don't-
another console that I know that is out there. Like, it was a pink box that I used to play, like, princess games on it. I don't still have it. I know I don't still have it. I know my mom probably gave it away, like, a long-ass time ago. Oh, I'm like trying to look up pictures for it because it was like a long time ago, like when I was in like elementary school old.
I'm trying to remember because I have played a lot of games. I just need to know like any concept art like that you can remember.
I mean, my issue was that my parents never bought me a console.
Oh,
So, I mean, my mom, you remember those like dollar store electronics that are like black and white screens?
oh
I
yeah.
would
those-
tell my mom that I want a game. Well, rather, a game system. And she buys me one of those.
The one that had like 99,000 games on one.
Well, no.
Oh
no, just
my
like,
god!
the old ones.
Yeah.
They didn't even have like pixel graphics. They were like specific like LEDs or something that
Oh,
would light up.
yeah, that's what you're thinking about. They want the Game and Watch ones where they had like to either it was only one game and it was either like the cake version or like the octopus one, or it was like the
They'd be like one specific game and
yeah.
without a real like screen even. It was just like elements that would light up when you hit the right buttons in the right order.
I think they
I
called
don't know.
Mr. Game and Watch games.
I don't know. I forget. I don't think I have any anymore. I mean, my
And the
mom.
only- Yeah, and the only sound they made was like click, 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 click.
I mean, I would play those for like a day maybe. They just
I
didn't
don't
have
know
enough content for me. So,
I don't know if this is it or if I'm going crazy, but I remember playing on this like pink cube on when I was like really young. So I don't know if this is it, but I think it might be. I think I used to have like a pink
GameCube?
game. Yes, I think I used to have a pink
Yes.
GameCube
GameCubes
when I
came
was
in pink.
younger. Yeah, and I used to constantly play like this one Disney princess game. And the only reason I remember it so clearly is because there was this one Cinderella level that I hated so much because I constantly fucked it up. And it was like where there was like boulders going left and right. And every time I was like, okay, I gotta go around this one corner. You got this. I went around the corner, immediately went into the water, and I got so upset about it every fucking time. I don't know if this is... I don't know if it is. I'm gonna have to call my mom, but even then, I don't think she's gonna remember it, because it's always the mom logic of like, you never had that. You didn't have that. I never let you play.
I mean, the other day, well, at this point I think it was a couple of weeks ago, but I was at the doctor's office and they did like the height thing, and the height thing said that I was like an inch shorter, and because apparently I'm shrinking now.
Wait, what?
And
I felt that.
and my mom says, "What are you talking about? You've always been that height." And I'm like, Mom, I have not always been this height. She's like, no, you've always been that height. What are you talking about?
You've always been that short. Are you trying to tell me I'm wrong? Are you trying to say my memory is wrong?
I'm like, Mom, I've always been considered very tall because I'm 5'11". What are you talking about? She's like, no, you were 5'10". And I'm like, I don't think so.
Wait, so you're telling me you're taller than me?
Wait, how tall are you again?
Well, at least I used to be 5'11". Apparently I've shrunk to 5'10" though.
No, yeah, Naka, your mom's right. You're wrong. You've always been that height. You've always been that short. Actually, you shorter.
Short?
Actually,
That's fine.
you're actually 5 foot. That's how tall you are. You're actually
Oh my
5
God.
foot.
No.
I was always the same height as my dad, which is 5'11". Though, as he's even older than me, he has shrunk too. So, maybe weirdly, I'm still the same height. I don't know.
I'm still in shock. You're taller than me. Just like 2 inches. No fear.
Yes, I've always been tall. Well, you know, not tall compared to a lot of other people, but compared to a lot of girls, yes.
I do have a girl where I work that she's like 6'2". And she always ignores me. I don't know why. I don't know what I do. She just ignores me. I just say like, hey, how you doing? And she just walk past by me. I'm like, what did I do? Real.
So,
It's been ignored.
because of how tall I am, and how cruel a lot of people were when I was growing up. When I was in high school, I had people tell me a lot that if I only looked better, I could be a model.
Oh, what?
Do you want me to fight them? I have a knife. I have 3 knives.
What?
I'll kill them for you.
So
Do you want me to kill them for you?
No.
I'll find their names. Do you have names?
Oh no.
All I need is the name.
I don't
I have
even
addresses.
remember most of
find
the people
addresses.
I was in high school with, so that's how much they're not in my memory anymore. I've erased them all. Oh, blah. I still remember the things some of them said, though. But,
Aw.
yeah, I wasn't really popular. Well, I mean, you gotta remember, I'm like in a little town about 30 miles from an actual city. And this is where I grew up. So it was like 99% white kids. And I'm this half Asian girl. So, yeah.
You just fit the description of the song.
I'll kill them for you. Do you want me to kill them for you?
Oh my God.
All I need is a name. It's fine.
She's going on a murder
it's
spree.
fine. Oh, it's fine.
That's a small town girl.
Jesus Christ, you guys have me on like a whole trip. The more that I research, like trying to find this one fucking game that I played when I was like fucking 7, I keep thinking, what the fuck? I'm getting more flashbacks because now I'm remembering the intro to this game. Like, you start off in a forest and you just walk on because you were like, oh, I got invited to the castle, and like you fucking walk into this big ass castle, and I'm like, the fuck you did? You just walk in through a forest into a goddamn fucking mansion.
I kind of want to say that it's kind of like the Cinderella, maybe.
There were like so many jank games for the GameCube.
I know it was a Disney princess game. If you do that next to me, I swear to Jeebus. Don't.
What?
Don't.
What?
Don't do the thing.
Why?
No.
Do the thing. He's doing the thing. I don't know what you're talking about, but he's doing the thing. I'll do that as a yes.
May just flustered me. She opened you know, like those glass bottles with the bottle caps that don't twist off?
Oh, the ones that go.
Yeah, she opened it perfectly fine. Like no hesitation. Like, it was more hesitation because I was looking at her like, don't do that next to me, and just popped it open with little to no effort with her desk.
What?
She opened it using her desk and her hand. Little to no effort was made on how she opened that, and I'm looking at her like, I need a full bottle opener and go around the whole rim to open that. How the f did you do that? It made the cool popping noise too. It went pop, and I was like, what the?
Alright, well,
there we go.
As much as I would like to keep talking, I have about 15 minutes before the internet goes out.
No! Somebody's bandwidth to not call me.
No, we're talking about GameCubes and soda.
Unfortunately, my ISP told me earlier that tonight they were going to do some sort of maintenance, and they'd be taking the internet down for like an hour.
What company said? Chromecast?
Here it is.
So we can shame them online. Bad! Why are you doing it right now?
I'm totally blanking on Spectrum, that's it.
Spectrum?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck Spectrum.
They're the only ISP in this entire town.
Oh,
I
yeah.
have literally no other choice.
Oh, they have a monopoly on it. No, these bastards!
My roommates just recently got Spectrum, because, our current Wi-Fi isn't very good radius-wise. Even though it's supposed to be for the whole house, it's still very janky. So we're trying out Spectrum.
I mean, the internet speed does not affect the bandwidth of the Wi-Fi. You need to change the modem itself.
Well,
Possibly.
I mean, I have a wireless router, but some people have issues even with my little house because of like walls and wiring. So, and I have a really expensive, like $300 wireless router.
Ah, that makes sense. Also, remember to tell them to close their windows and letting the Wi-Fi out.
Close
Totally
the
not
window.
true.
We're not trying to Wi-Fi the whole neighborhood. The f are you doing? Close that
Yeah,
window.
close those windows. Look, just try it. If it works, just give me a call. Just give me a call if it works.
Anyways,
God damn it, I have full bars now.
I was outside on the porch and I got full coverage. Close that window. You trying to give our neighbors free Wi-Fi?
oddly, at my parents' place, they wanted to get one of those ring devices, and for some reason in like their front yard, which is only like 20 feet maybe from the house, one of the neighbors' wireless is stronger than theirs. Like twice as strong. And it happens to keep taking the same wireless band. So they cannot connect to it.
That is something for another episode. We have to discuss that later.
Yes, we can discuss that some other time.
Should we just
Hopefully
have
we'll
a stream
actually
with
have
Naka where we just
D&D
talk about
next time.
technology?
Yes,
I mean,
I wouldn't
that
mind
is what I
having
went
this
to
into a
school for.
podcast.
I went for business and technology. So
Damn, I
Yeah.
went for filming.
Next episode, we're gonna discuss how the bandwidth of your Wi-Fi can
No,
interface.
we're here
Okay.
for some D&D. I would really like to get on with that sometime.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yes, yeah.
I'm in a hallway with a warrior. Naka's about to see Mara beat some ass in a hallway. If he opens that door before
We'll
she gets
see.
to smack
We'll
him,
see.
she's gonna be upset.
Oh
I
yeah, I
did make-
remember.
I did make a special fight scene up for this, which you will need Boka for. So Boka has to stay awake. If you
Yeah.
don't have Boka, it's not gonna go well.
Boka turned in her sleep during our conversation. I heard her just like full on, just rustled blankets, turned in her sleep,
Totally
and
did.
probably just like covered herself to ignore us.
Anyway, I should probably do
Oh.
some more cassette beasts next week. And then
Yeah.
Summer Game Fest starts, and I'll be doing VTuber Summer Games Fest with a whole bunch
Ooh.
of different people. If either of you two would like to come on, you can. It's in my Discord. It's just under the collab section. So
Wait,
feel free
is
to
it
take a
tomorrow?
look. No, it starts, I want to say the 7th without looking. So the day after my birthday.
Okay.
So, with that, have fun, take care, and I'll see you later. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Next podcast.
La